Hello there, it's the Archivist from tradingcardarchives.com, and I'm here today to open up some SCP Foundation. This is definitely something we've done many times before. I've talked about this set a lot. I have a full article on the set on the website describing every box and how it all works, all the different rarities, all that kind of stuff. We have a full checklist for this set. A friend of mine, Mike, a viewer, has helped me to compile all that information. And also, we've been trading with each other to try to get complete sets. So I wanted to open today just to kind of clear out some of these boxes. So these are all boxes I've opened before, but there's a few packs left. I think there's only like 3 packs left in this. It's a very big box, so I kind of want it off the shelf. So the goal of today is to get the packs and all of these open so that I can get these boxes off the shelf. And don't worry, we have more of all this, so there's always going to be more SCP here. It's one of the sets that I'm personally trying to preserve and collect, even though it is incredibly problematic from many different angles. This set uses stolen artwork from fans who, made that art for the SCP Wiki. They're not being credited at all here and certainly weren't paid. So that's a problem. The wiki itself is meant to be sort of this open source thing, and this is a commercial product. So that's another problem. So there's a lot of issues, but on the other hand, there are no other SCP trading cards. So this is it. If you want SCP trading cards, this is what you got to deal with. So we're going to open them anyway, despite the problems, and take a look at them today. Yeah, and this is all made by a company called Kamon. So that's their logo right here, that red Kamon logo. They started life making these kinds of really sort of uncredited, problematic type sets, but they've since kind of had this redemption arc where they no longer print products like this. They don't print this anymore. They don't make any money from this set anymore. So you're not like supporting them if you buy this. You're just sort of supporting a vendor who bought it years ago, right? You're not supporting Kamon directly that way. And Kamon has moved on from this. Today they make only licensed products. They actually make some Disney products with Frozen and other Disney princesses. And then they also make a set of Marvel cards back when they had that license. They no longer have the license now, but their Marvel cards are actually incredibly valuable. That one of their Spider-Man Marvel box can sell for many hundreds of dollars if you can even find it at all. Whereas originally that box cost like $20, so it's kind of insane. But the main thing that they do these days is they make cultural sets from China. So this is their Shadow Puppets set, which is an art form in China, and these are both relic cards from that set. I love that set, and this is what Kamon does today. So, like I said, they've really redeemed themselves and now make very legitimate and incredibly high quality products. But that's today we'll be looking at their original things. So just keep that in mind as we go. And I'll just go through all these boxes and kind of explain what they are a little bit. Although I will link you to the full sort of set overview video that I did a few months ago where I show my binders and all of my acrylic boxes and everything. So you can kind of see just how insane I've gone collecting this. But today we're going to be looking at a much smaller set. But this is the Pyramid of Doom. That's what I call it. That's not its real name. But it's the Tenuum box. This was the most expensive product ever produced in the series. It's a very high-end retail product, as you can see. The packs are loaded with hits, like really good hits in here. This set includes kind of a mini set at the ZR rarity that is focused on SCP-01. And so SCP-01 is, the first and original SCP, but the Foundation doesn't want people to know what SCP-1 is. I mean, in the mythology, right? The whole thing's kind of a mythology, right? But they don't want people to know. And so they've made, I think, like 38 different or 36 different possible SCP-01 proposals. And the Foundation says that they're all valid, right? And so it sort of depends on what you want to believe. And so there are cards in here to sort of support all that. And then there's an SLR or an LR card in here for the main SCP-01 King, the Crimson King, right? So yeah, if you know the SCP wiki, these are just amazing cards to have. If you don't know anything about SCP, it's a wiki. Search for SCP Foundation or SCP Wiki, and you'll find it. It's been being built for many years now by fans all over the world. They contribute to it, and it's kind of like a monster of the week sort of thing with this mythos of a foundation uh, holding it all together, right? The letters SCP stand for secure, contain, and protect. And so that's sort of what the foundation's goals are. Now, this shiny box here is a very problematic one. It's always really hard to get this shipped without it breaking. You can see that this one got destroyed quite a bit. I have one of these in pristine condition, but I had to pay a vendor to ship it with extra protection because this box is like, I don't know why, but it just falls apart. I mean, it just falls apart like in your hands. It's kind of crazy. But today we're going to open the rest of the packs from that. That's the 5v1 set. It's also a very nice set of cards. There's some beautiful CRs in there, which were all drawn by an artist named Sunny Clockwork. They did all of the CR artwork in here, but they're uncredited in this set. But I can tell you that's who made them if you want to go look up their original art. So we'll look at those. These feature mostly the SCP-173. That's that statue where if you look at it, it will attack you. And so that one is right. That's how that one works. Or if you stop looking at it, anything. If it sees you and you stop looking, I think it comes and attacks you. But it's a very, very popular SCP. Here we have the 3 Yuan box, which was weird. Back when this was made, no one made 3 Yuan boxes that SCP did with Kamon. This one has the green GRs. So GR is the top rarity, main top rarity in the set. But they're in here. There's also a UR in here. I already have all of these, so I don't need them, but I want to finish opening this set anyway. And there's still some SSRs that I'm looking for. Now this box has, when you get this box new, it has 50 packs in it, which is a ton of packs. And they are kind of all reprint cards from other sets with a new treatment. And so if you're really trying to collect this entire set, you need to get one of each treatment. And that the only way to get the third treatment is from that particular box. And then this one is the one where I'm actually still missing quite a bit. So I'm missing all of these white GRs. I think I've only ever pulled that one, maybe. But I can't find it. It's in a box somewhere. I'll find it someday when I'm doing sorting. But Mike is sending me the other 3, so he's going to help me complete my set of GRs. But I figured, since we have these, we might as well open them up and see if we can pull one of those GRs ourselves today. So we'll open the rest of that. That was the 2 Yuan product of the set. So why don't we start there and just get going. We have a lot of packs to get through, so we're going to have to go a little bit fast. But that shouldn't be a problem because, like I said, we've done a lot of videos on SCP. Of course, if you're new to the channel, this might be your first time seeing it, but I'll link it. I'll link the SCP playlist from this so you can go watch any of the others that you'd like. These are the rares, so these are the base cards in the set. They just, feature different SCP monsters. And then on the back is a just brief description of the SCP, sort of its classification, if it's safe, if it's a Keter or a Euclid, right? So these are the different sort of containment classes that the SCP Foundation deals with. And then we have an SSR of the bear. That's awesome. I love the teddy bear story. It's really kind of cute and horrifying at the same time. That's typical of SCP articles. A lot of them are cute and also absolutely horrifying. So yeah, you kind of get both. Oh, that's interesting because there's multiple bears, but this is one patchwork one, and this is a different set of bears. So keep going here. So we'll go real fast through the rares because I have every single rare. I'm not missing any rares from any of the sets, so I don't need those right now. We can look at some of the SRs and the SSRs. Of course, if we get a GR, we will take very good care of that because those are still needed for my collection. And the white GRs are only available in these boxes. You can't get them in any other box. So it's kind of how this set works, is that each box contains, the set or whatever set it is, if it's 2 or 1. But then it also includes like a mini set of cards that are only in that box. And so it forces you, if you want to collect it, it forces you to have to buy every one of the boxes, right? You can't really skip any. At least until you've finished the whatever's in those mini sets. And in this one, it's the SHC cards, which are horizontal cards that explain sort of famous events from SCP history, and then also the GRs, which are those top cards. What's very annoying about these boxes is something Mike actually discovered, but I've been able to confirm now since I've opened enough of it, is that the boxes are sort of packed in a configuration, and so a box will either have SHCs or it won't. And if it has the SHCs in it, it'll have all of them and probably like 2 copies of each one in the box. But if it doesn't, it won't have any. And so you can buy a box of this and get no SHCs, which is heartbreaking. I think that happened to Mike like 4 or 5 times before he finally found a box that had some in it. So that's kind of harsh. And remember, all of this artwork is fan art. This was all just kind of wholesale stolen from fans, and so it's very important to remember that. On the website, I have an attribution project going where I'm trying to figure out, for each piece of art, who is the original artist who made it, so that I can kind of restore credit to those artists as best I can. Like I can't make this product disappear. That's just not in my power. But I can at least try to do some good from it. So I'm very excited because late last year there was a Kickstarter for a new set of SCP comic books, which come in a beautiful case with some pins and all this kind of extra stuff. And I participated in that Kickstarter, and I can't wait for those to ship. Although they have not shipped yet, so. But once they get here, I'll show them to you. Even though they're comics, not trading cards, I'll still show them because I think, I don't know, I'm like weirdly obsessed with the SCP world. It's such an interesting mythos, I think, with so many different ways that it went, and the universe has expanded in so many ways. There's all these fan projects, there's video games set in this universe. Again, fan projects, they can't be commercial because there's kind of a, you sort of have to agree when you work with the SCP Wiki that everything you make will be, Creative Commons, open source kind of thing, right? Share and share alike, like a GPL3 sort of license. It's not exactly that, but there is a license if you go to the wiki and you can read it. And because of that license, you really can't make commercial products like this legally, although there really isn't anyone to sue anyone, so it's hard to enforce that other than people being ethical. And unfortunately, Chinese companies, that's not going to be the case, especially not back when this was printed. I think things are getting a little better there. And like I said, this company came on, they have redeemed themselves, and they do make legitimate products now. So even though they made this back then, they do make legit products now. It's a lot of SRs. So this is a 2U box, right? And you can see sort of how hard it's been to pull anything above SR from it. And I actually have all of the SRs as well. So everything down here is a dupe to me at this point. Oh, we got one of the GRs. Okay, that's awesome. That's what we were looking for. And it's one I don't have because the one that I had was the unkillable lizard. This is SCP-321. That's a GR, so that's a top rarity card from this set. Such as it is. We are going to top load that. So if you've seen my binders, you know that I keep the SCP cards in top loader binders. So I have binders where you put the top loader in. So the cards are very well protected in there. That will be a great addition to my collection. But I think Mike is sending me one of those. I'll have to, but that's okay. He's only sending his extras, and I sent him. Well, I only had one card that he was missing, but I think he opened a lot more of this than I did. Oh, another one! Amazing. Okay, wow, that is kind of amazing. Yeah, I think he opened, where I opened maybe 5 boxes, he opened like 10. So I think he did a lot more. But yeah, here's another GR. I already have the Unkillable Lizard. That's who that is. One of the most famous SCP for sure. Reach a top loader here. Okay. Yeah, this particular wiki article is just insanely long, and there's so many addendums and things linked to it. One of my favorite pages on the entire wiki is the notes. You have to link from this wiki page, but it's basically like notes of all the different ways they tried to kill it and how they didn't work, right? It's just amazing. They just keep going. There's like hundreds of different ways that they've tried to kill this thing, and they just cannot kill it. The thing is that in the mythos, that lizard regenerates faster than you could possibly kill it, and so that's why it's so difficult. This one too, this SCP-093, another just wonderful story. I think it'd be, well, horrifying, but wonderfully written story. Like the lore is amazing, and it's pretty good one. There's another SSR. I already have that SSR, but still, they look nice. And then 2 new GRs is very, like, that's way better than I thought I would do. So yeah, so I'm pretty happy with that. Here we go with our last pack from the 2U1, and then we'll move on up a little bit. Oh, we've got a 3rd GR. Amazing. Although this is a classic GR, so this is, I think the old man. I think that's the old man. But the gold GRs like this are actually from the full set. So the white GRs are only from that particular box. This you could have gotten in many different boxes, so that's what that is. All right, so let's move then to the yellow packs. These are 3U1 packs, another kind of reprint series. So we'll see a lot of cards from all of the different SCP boxes come out of these packs. We also might get some new SSRs or GRs. And I want to show the new treatment. I just kind of always do, but you can see that's the treatment. So this star foil, which I don't actually like that foil, but that's the treatment that you get from this box, and you won't get that from any of the other boxes. And then they also have a new treatment for the SRs. So you can find SRs, the same SR as this, right? You could find with this kind of digital hollow foil instead. Here's an SSR we already have. I don't think I'm missing any SSRs. I can't remember now. Oh, I forgot. I had sent Mike my list a couple of weeks ago, and I forgot. And again, we're just going to go fast through the rares because we have seen those so many times, and we also have all of them already. Although still, like, it's one of the things I do whenever I travel alone and I'm in an airport or even on a plane. I have an offline version of the SCP wiki on a tablet, and I will just read it constantly. Like, I'll just be sitting on the plane just reading article after article. There's like thousands and thousands of them to read through. So even though I've been reading that wiki for 10 years or more now, I still have not even read like half of it. There's so much to read because a lot of the articles, like that one, you know, they'll have the article, but then they'll have all these added things that you can go and read about too. You know, different logs, interviews. It's all this kind of found footage style writing, and it's, I think, fascinating thing for sure. Some more rares. Sorry, it looks like we've got a GR here. So there's a GR. That is a YCSR 2 GR, so that's from the second edition. Although, again, I already have all the gold GRs. I believe I have all of those already. In some cases, I have like many copies of them. I have an entire 3,000 box card box that is just my SCP dupes. So I have a lot of dupes. SRs there. No, awesome artwork, but again, it is stolen art, so we do have to kind of recognize that. Here, I'll start another pile so we actually use some of this space here. Two more. All right, then we will move on to the 5v1 packs. Now we're moving up in price point for the product, and what that means is that we will pull less rares and more SRs and SSR and above type cards now. Beautiful pack design too. I really love the artwork on it. It's just amazing. So here we go. So we'll get a CR in each one. That's what that is. So the CRs are observer cards, and they represent different scientists and researchers or people in the SCP Foundation. And all of the CR artwork is done by Sunny Clockwork. So again, if you want to find original art by this artist, you can look them up. DeviantArt and all sites of that sort. These are the original card rare prints. They don't have any treatment, right? So the original prints didn't have any treatment on them or came on logos. It's one way to sort of tell the difference between, that's what I mean by, you see the logos here? They don't exist on the originals. But then this card was reprinted in that style and that style. So it's like multiple reprints of each card with different styles. I have all of them, but I only put into my binders the best one, the highest one. But I actually have all of the different treatments here. So here's another CR. That's actually CR1. I think I was missing that one. Actually, that's amazing. I don't think I had that. I'm gonna pause actually and check because I think that's the case. But yeah, let me pause and I'll be right back. Yeah, it is. So I was missing this observer, and Mike is also missing this observer. So I'm really sorry, Mike. I'm keeping that one, but if I pull another one, I'll give it to you. There are some more packs here. We'll see if we can get another one. I had already sent him, oh, I should look at these first. I'd already sent him some, his missing ZR that I had, but I'll send you another package if I get that one. Ooh, that's a nice GR. I like that GR. Those rares here. So I already have this GR as well, but that's the another GR of the unkillable lizard. It's just that that particular SCP is so famous that there are multiple versions of it. That's one. Okay, now we'll look at this pack. Okay, that is Observer 7, so not 1. I guess 1 has a different cracked ice treatment to it. That's really interesting. I honestly did not know. There's some of those and rares. I haven't been checking. Did I pull a sheep yet? I might have. There's a headless sheep SCP that I is one that I've picked to sort of keep a special collection of. And so I say I have a flock of headless sheep. I have like 60 dupes of that card, like 60. It's insane how many copies of that I have. So I can make like an army of sheep cards. It's pretty funny. Here's Observer 16 then. Most sunny clockwork art. That's what all that is. Oh, we have an SSR. Nice. That's I think that's the yeah, SCP 3000. That's the underwater giant underwater snake, I guess. Weird that they're different sizes. This chicken with the photograph head is another one. You get a lot of tubes of that. You just get a lot of dupes in general from this set when you open as much as I have, or as Mike has. Oh, that's an interesting pack. 2 SRs. I don't think I've seen a pack like that before. Huh. That's neat. We got another copy of that SSR and another copy of this one. Like I said, I have all of the SSRs, so I'm not really hunting those anymore. And then our observer here is 5. So that's observer 5. That's Eve. I think that's Eve anyway. Yeah, 05. 12. Well, I'm not sure now, but I believe that is. Then we have some rares. I say this is the only SCP trading card, but there actually is another Chinese company that printed SCP trading cards at the same time that Kamon was printing these. And so I kind of think of them as the same set, although they are different. They have a different size and very different artwork. But both of those exist, but that other set is much harder to find. In fact, I think it's almost impossible to find anymore. I have a few boxes left here that I'll open someday, but it's been a very challenging one to find and to get, and so I kind of gave up on completing that one. And, I'm focused on the Kamon SCP cards as ones that I'm going to actually try and complete. Again, a lot of copies of that card, right? Told you. Okay, we got Observer 11. And an SSR of... Oh, I forgot who that is. Oh man, Abel, I believe. I can't remember now. That's another very good story though, that with his sword. That's the telephone sheep, so that's a different sheep. That's not the faceless sheep. I also have a flock of telephone sheep, but I have way more faceless sheep. SCP kind of obsessed with sheep, I guess. That's not true. There's just like 2 or 3 examples of sheep ones. But for some reason they got featured in these packs. Oh, there's the faceless sheep. Okay, so we'll have one. Good. There's Observer 11. And SSR YCSRW 11. Okay. Very nice. Put that right there. An SR and some rares. And then there is the faceless sheep. So this is the one where I now have whatever 61 of them or something. When I sort these, I put those in a different spot because I'm keeping that herd or a flock of sheep sort of, I'm going to maintain that flock. I don't know what I'm ever going to do with that. Weird, these packs are just kind of falling apart too. Barely sealed, or they were like resealed, but I doubt it. I don't think anyone searches these. There's almost no secondary market for these cards. I always mention this, the few sales that do exist on eBay. but it's like one a year, and it's, you know, like nobody's actually selling and buying these cards in any kind of bulk. So I think if you want to collect these, you need to do what me and Mike did and team up with another trader, or get in touch with us and start trading, because we certainly could help you complete it. But yeah, I think Mike said he had something like God, I think he said he had 6 or 7 pounds of cards dupes that he wanted to get rid of, but I don't know if he still does. But if you are interested, comment on the video and I can forward your information to Mike and see if you guys can arrange something, because I know he was looking to get rid of his dupes. Now these are the 10 yuan packs, so these are sort of the big, I don't know what you would say, like yeah, they're the big ones. They're the most expensive, most fancy, has the most hits in a pack, that kind of thing. So these are clue cards, these XRs, and there's a clue for each of the SCP-01. And the concept is that if you read all these clues, you'll know what the real SCP-01 is. The problem with that is that the wiki itself has never endorsed a real SCP-01, so it's kind of a thing they only did for this set. It's not really canon. And I don't have them all, so I was not able to, I would not be able to tell you either. This is one of the ZRs, though, showing the different SCP-01s. So this is SCP-01 17, is that card. What can I put? Yeah, put that right there. Yeah, so the ZRs are very nice cards. And then all the rest will be SRs. So in the 10 yuan packs, you do not get any rares. You only get SRs with the standard foil treatment. 2 more packs to open. Oh, nice, a GR. Another XR there. And it is a GR of the Plague Doctor, I believe so. One of them. There's many GRs of the Plague Doctor. That's one of them. Nice SSR here. And then our ZR is 06. And there's actually 2 levels of ZR. There's ZR and then there's ZR star. Both are part of the same like series, but the ZR star ones are slightly more rare. So here we go with our last pack. I don't know what I'm really looking for from this pack. You know, a good GR would be good, or a ZR that I don't have yet would be nice. Sorry, clue card, and that GR we pulled that earlier today. So I was saying that other set is kind of a reprint. So this would have been an original printing of it. The reprint, I believe, is going to have a logo on the back. Let's see if I can find it here and show you. Oh, no, they are exactly the same, actually. There's no logo on either one. Okay. Oh. And then we got another SSR of SCP-3000. Oh, this is a different SSR of SCP-3000 than the other one. And we got a ZR. SCP-0119. Crazy looking artwork on those ZRs. And some SRs. And there we go. That is, again, Kmon's SCP collection. Is clearing out some boxes. Thanks for watching. I know we look at this one a lot. It's not usually the most popular videos or anything, but it is a set that I'm personally dedicated to finishing. I'm going to do it one way or another. We're going to get there, so we'll just keep opening it every once a month or something. I won't push too many videos on you. But we did good today. We got 2 GRs that we were looking for. We got a missing CR that both of us were missing. Some good GRs and maybe some new ZRs too. So, and one more sheep for the flock. Can't complain about that. All right. Well, with that, I will say goodbye and yeah, have a great rest of your day. Bye bye.